Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun of 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall.
Yo. What's up?
Couldn't wait for mine.
It's game time, baby.
Couldn't wait in line.
It is time for the Me and Omar. What's up, Omar? Sports Professor is here. What's up? Welcome to this is the Bottom Line Sports Crew. That's Omar, Sports Professor. I don't know if Ken and Jake is coming. Might be a hard time for Jake.
He had a bad weekend.
So I don't know. We'll see. Welcome. You can still find us on the Bottom Line Sports at any of your platforms. The Bottom Line Sports. Hey, what up? Sam Shady, Omar, NFC East, NFC Beast Show is Fly Eagles Fly. I don't like that, but that's okay. I feel better. I was at least correct. They're gonna win. All right, here we go. Man, weekend of sports professor. This is your kind of weekend, right? NFL playoff weekend.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah.
Sports galore.
Yeah, you can find the sports professor at Ball and Buds Entertainment. And he'll give him and Cover D will give you all your combat sports you need. They will fulfill that for sure. And all kinds of other entertainment.
And make sure you check out the Professor's Seminar Mente tomorrow, weekly on Monday.
Seminar Mente tomorrow. I meant to catch him on, and he'll give you all kinds of stuff. Interesting, even political. What is it?
Headlines, world news.
Headlines, all kinds of stuff. So, a smorgasbord of information and news.
Smorgasbord of content.
A smorgasbord. Yeah. All right, Professor, let's get into this. It's going to be a short one because me and you, plus there's not a lot of games. It's all playoffs. It's all wild card stuff. So we still got 2 more to go. So, Professor, the first game on the docket was the Chargers and the Texans. Man, I really thought the Chargers were going to show me a little something. Now I'm officially on the bandwagon that Justin Herbert is a second-tier quarterback. He is not a top tier in the, with Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and Burrow and Mahomes. He's not in that level. He's a tier below that with Dak and all the others. That's my take on this. The Texans came to play to start out slow, but the second half, Texans came to play. And unfortunately, the Chargers fell flat. They didn't take advantage of their opportunities, but the Texans did take advantage of theirs. Your thoughts on this game?
Yeah. So, first of all, I don't necessarily want to take Justin Herbert or discrepancy him, disparage him in any way because of one horrible game. Yes, a horrible game or INT.
What's the pattern for him? Spencer. This is
Well, but think about it. How many interceptions did he have all year? He only had 3 interceptions all year, which was a record for who had
he
over
hasn't
5.
won a playoff game though. He hasn't, and he's missed the playoffs.
I mean, hey, look, we know he has not.
If we disparage Lamar Jackson a little bit, we got to disparage him. If we disparage Dak Prescott, we got to disparage him a little bit.
Sure, yeah, well, that's fine, but I'm not going to say that he's not in a. Maybe he's not an elite quarterback. Yeah, he's no Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, but I wouldn't put him.
That's what I'm saying. He's a second tier quarterback in my opinion.
Okay, fine, I can accept that.
Your thoughts on this game though?
Yeah. So when you have a Harbaugh coach team like this, you want to rely on the defense being good enough to cover up the flaws of your offensive efficiency, and that is not what happened in this game. Usually, they would be the one to have their defense carry them. That did not happen. The Texans
Right.
Point. And you all, not me personally, I tried to hype the all year long. But for them to win for them after all the stuff that's been said about them this year, that's my.
Okay, Jake, I know it's a rough weekend for you, but what do you think about this Texan
Great weekend.
Charger game? Yeah,
right.
Okay. And anyway, so I said that Justin Herbert is officially a second-tier quarterback. Houston Texans came to play in the second half. Your thoughts on this game?
I'm gonna do a public apology on Tuesday on my podcast with Matt and Juan. Shout out the Final Say podcast.
Okay.
I got to do a public apology because for some reason we have lamented to put Herbert, and I'll go into the apology on Tuesday. Shout out my boys. But for some reason we've lamented, society has lamented that Justin Herbert is that guy. By far, he is probably one of the most overrated quarterbacks I've ever seen in my damn life. I'm just calling a spade, Omar. This guy sucks.
About all that.
This guy sucks. He is straight garbage.
He had a bad game.
At its biggest moment, Omar.
Sure,
At its biggest moment.
Right.
Sure.
I said he's struggled so much in the playoffs, and just he's even missed the playoffs. I just say that he's just. He doesn't have a coach excuse anymore.
That's gone.
It just feels like he's just underperformed. He's
there
got
were
an
plays where he was
arm
throwing
talent,
the ball,
but just doesn't have it.
There were plays he was throwing the ball and he was jittery, and there was nobody still with him in a 5-foot radius, and he was already jittery, overthrowing balls, underthrowing balls. This guy is gonna have a big target on his back until he wins one of those games. He's now 0-2 in the playoffs, and practically next year is crazy because I think his team gets better next year because all they can do is go up. But now he's going to have that in his head now. He looked straight garbage. Straight garbage. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah, it was a little embarrassing.
4 interceptions. I want to add that in.
And you guys can comment, but since his rookie season, he hasn't gotten better. He hasn't made those steps and gone to another level as we thought. I saw in the last 2 games using his legs more, which I've always wanted him to do. And then this game, he didn't even really make any serious rushes with his legs. I don't think he even had any rushing yards. It's just crazy. He's done what Dak has done in the playoffs. And basically, I always tell Dak he needs to use his legs, and he failed to do that. And when Dak doesn't do that, we don't do well at all, especially in the playoffs. And he did that. He's done that in the playoffs, and now Herbert's doing the same thing. And I just feel like he's not the guy. He has the talent per se, almost like Jeff George. He has arm talent. He has tools, but he just doesn't have the clutch gene or whatever you need to make plays in the big moments.
This is still only his 4th year in the league. I think he still had time. I think give him another year next year, and Harbaugh and his offense, they get gelled together.
They should be able to get some wide receivers this offseason. And if they do, If they do, I better not. Boy, my gosh, I better not hear nothing. That was just embarrassing.
That's what I'm saying is that he's like Dak or Purdy or these guys that need a lot of help around them. They need a 1 and number 2, top number 1 and 2. They need a strong running game.
Well, then I don't know why you paid him that much.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what he needs. He's not a guy that's going to be like
everybody,
Josh Allen or Mahomes or Burrow, who can do more with less. What's that? I don't know. I have no confidence in him anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So then the next game on the docket was the Steelers at the Ravens, 14-28. Since Cam's not here, I'll give you a couple of stats. But 270 yards for Russell Wilson, 2 TDs, 20 for 29. Jackson had just 175 yards, but very efficient, 2 touchdowns. He had 81 yards rushing. Henry had 186 yards rushing. And Najee Harris only had 17 yards rushing. Not a lot of rushing. I think that was the difference in the game. The Pittsburgh Steelers couldn't run the ball hardly. Your thoughts on this game, Omar?
Yeah, I mean, they just ran the ball down their throats. Just ran it all over them. 299 yards to 29 yards. They outrushed them by 270 yards. It's crazy. And not to mention, it's the most rushing yards allowed by a Pittsburgh Steelers team in a playoff game, breaking the mark set by my Oakland Raiders 51 years ago. So, again, they just demolished. There goes my microphone. They just demolished them on the ground game. I'm going to just hold it for a second.
I can hear you better.
Okay. They demolished them on the ground, and Lamar Jackson was able to, in games where he's not even a game manager, but in this game, he was able to manage the game, not make any mistakes, let Derrick Henry run the ball down their throats. The Pittsburgh Steelers, this season got away from them. That sucked. Whatever happened to them there at the end, losing those 4 games in a row, and then it's just like a sad whimper that they went out on. So
right. Yeah, and of course it didn't help that they had some big drops. Even Pickens had a big drop. He had a big offensive penalty that got turned around on him. So Pickens I think part of it is he tailed off. Plus he was injured, and he didn't help anything as their number 1 receiver. He wasn't there for them. Your thoughts, Jake, on this game?
This is exactly how I called this damn team. I warned everybody about this damn team. At one point in time, at halftime, this game ended at halftime. It was 21-0. Russell Wilson had 44 yards of passing. That's how you got to put it. I'm just calling a spade, Omar. He had 44 yards passing at halftime. That was embarrassing. So congrats on padding stats the second half. You remind me of a quarterback out there in Dallas. Congrats on doing that.
Had way less than that.
The game was over. He was done for. He was down 21-0 at halftime. Mike Tomlin needs to be looked at if he deserves to even be a head coach again. I'm sorry. I've been seeing this over and over and over again, Omar.
Hope we disparage another team that was down by 21.
I've been warning you. No. Another team fought their butts off the whole time. At halftime, it was 10-7. I know which game you're talking about. That team was fighting, and there was a total difference. This team,
we'll talk
Denver
about it
didn't have to see the field 2 times prior to that. That's fine. All I'm saying is the Steelers saw the Ravens twice already, so you already knew how they played. To be down 21-0 is embarrassing for this damn team. You ought to slap yourself in the face, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, to actually think that you had a chance with this guy. I warned everybody. But everybody thought I was hating on him. No.
It was 21-14 at one point, wasn't it?
He'll be a great backup somewhere next year, guys. Congrats. He said he has a lot of football left. Congrats on being a backup somewhere. That was straight shit.
I don't think so. If he was, it was by the numbers, and somebody else was.
You knew. Hey, this is how I know that they second guessed their decision when Justin Fields was playing gadget plays. That's when I knew everything. Oh, that's when I knew that they were. They knew they messed up. That's when I said, "Oh yeah, this is it."
He had like 3 plays. I don't know.
All I know is great quarterbacks. And I told this to Matt.
I
told this to Matt. Great quarterbacks never get benched in the middle of a game at all for whether it's gadget plays or whatever. It doesn't happen. You don't see Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes.
Drew Brees would come out several times. He would
sat down for that.
You're saying he's not good?
Yes, past his prime, Drew Brees. Absolutely.
No. They did it for years.
Taysom Hill did not come in until.
Yes, he did.
Don't do that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Taysom Hill came into the league.
He never came
With
in
that.
when Drees was still playing and when they were making playoffs.
Drew Brees was past his prime after 2012, 2013. Don't do that.
What?
Taysom Hill started showing up 2015. Come on now.
So he wasn't any good after 2012.
Drew Brees couldn't throw the deep ball anymore. Everybody knew that.
Oh my.
Everybody knew that. Come on. Let's be factual.
Help me out
I don't
here.
agree with that. No, I don't agree with that. Drew Brees was a great quarterback all the way to the end. Yeah, his arm got a little.
He's
little
just trying to
soft,
make
but
his
you
point be
Had
valid, but
balls.
it's not valid.
No, I'm telling a spade. Russ looked like
Not
crap.
a spade. He came in. There's always been quarterbacks that come in like that. When you have
Hold on. How come there was no gadget plays at all during the season?
There was.
No. The second they put in Russ, go look it up. They never did a gadget play with Justin Fields as much.
Yeah, they did.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He had like 8 plays.
Russ is done. Someone called it.
We'll see.
No, there's no we'll see. He's gone.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I don't know. I mean,
Go ahead, Omar.
Didn't they sign him for 2 years? Don't they have him for next year too?
I think
No,
so.
they only signed him this year.
Oh,
I don't know if they
deal?
keep him.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And not only that,
I mean,
Russ
what
is
other
very
options do the
greedy.
Steelers
He's gonna
have,
want
though?
that money.
What
gonna
other
want it.
options do they have?
They don't have their options, right? Remember they had Kenny Pickett before.
Yeah.
So
Russ
like,
doesn't need money. Broncos are still paying him.
No. Well, I don't want to hear that. Yeah, Broncos are paying him. We went as
just
far
saying,
as he
he
did with a
doesn't need
rookie
money.
quarterback.
Broncos
We
are still paying
went as
him.
far as he
doesn't-
did with a
he
rookie
doesn't need money.
quarterback.
He could go for the minimum next year too. Anyway, thanks to the Broncos. So speaking of the Broncos, Professor,
Proud of this team.
let's look at this. The Broncos walloped a little bit. It's 7-31. Bo Nix only 144 yards and 1 touchdown. 13 for 22. Josh Allen efficient, 20 for 26, 272, 2 touchdowns. He also ran for 46. And then James Cook 120 yards rushing. Your thoughts on this game and any other thoughts? Omar?
Bo Nix the fix. Bo Nix the fix.
And he is.
Bo
He is
Nix
that.
the fix.
He had a worse stats than Russ. He just disparaged.
Russ' game was over at halftime. There's no comparison on that.
This was a blowout, son. You guys
Doesn't
got
matter.
thoroughly whooped today.
It was 10-7 at
It was
halftime.
done by early in the third quarter. It was done.
No. It was done. It was done actually by the fourth, I would say.
Well, they scored 11 points in the third quarter. You guys didn't score nothing, and they scored 21 in the second half.
Nothing in they didn't score
It was
nothing.
21-7 at one point in
They
time.
scored nothing in the second, third, or fourth quarter.
At all. Like,
Absolutely. That's not on Bo Nix, though.
Oh, it's not.
No,
I mean,
no,
no.
because we
it's
missed
not
a
on
field
Bo
goal.
Nix?
on the whole team.
He drove down the field, missed a field goal.
Okay,
What are
but
you talking
none
about?
of that's on Bo
Let's
Nix.
put perspective there.
I love how they put microphones that are really loud now on there so we can hear the joint. It was tremendous.
I know.
Look, it makes me
Go ahead, Omar.
It makes me sad. I'm always happy when the Broncos fall flat on their face. And this is just another time in my life where I get to laugh at the Broncos because they suck. And Jake has been sitting here for the whole year talking about how good this team was going to be. They barely made the playoffs.
What up? What
Almost
up,
got
champ?
kicked by the Bengals at the end. Just to go in and lay a dud. Fall flat on their
Big
face.
dud.
Like some bums.
I don't know how Flo was saying a dud whenever the Steelers had a bad dud, and he said, "Oh, those wide receivers dropping balls."
You were doing just fine, disparaging them. So I was on the other side. Now I have to be on this side because you're just defending.
No. I just hope facts get proven right here.
No, I'm just picking the other side because you were still disparaging. On
Right,
one
but
side.
14
And on
years
this one,
versus a rookie.
31-7. I'm coach of the year. He was coach of the year, and all this stuff.
Absolutely.
We're talking about. And what happened? He got out coached. They got outplayed.
I think they have better players. Would you not say so?
Yeah, of course.
No,
You don't think they have better players?
everybody
This is when
went
Flo
in.
looks like an idiot the most.
Everybody went into the season thinking they might miss the playoffs or be in second or third place because they lost.
Omar, do they have the 2 seed? Omar, do they have the 2 seed?
Yeah, but going into the season, Jake.
Okay, going into the season. Hold on. If you want to go about going into the season, what was Denver's
what I'm
projection?
saying is that
No. Flo, what was Denver's projection going into the season if we want to do that?
8 games.
No, 5. 5
Fine.
wins this season.
What did they win last year? 8.
They had 8. We got 10 this year. We
Okay.
doubled up from what we did, what we were projected to have. Don't do that. Go ahead, Omar. Hate on my Broncos, bum. Your Raiders are about to die.
Bums, the ponies. You know what you're doing. You know what your ponies are doing now, right? They're going fishing. And I heard you had a tough holiday season there, Frito-Lay's, my friend. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and buy yourself a ticket, pack yourself a bag, and join the bums in Cancun with your ponies. Bums.
Okay. Let me say this. First off, I want to congratulate this team for overachieving. As a fan, I know what I wanted. I know what I projected. But as in general of what everybody knew, this team wasn't supposed to even be here. That's what I love. Absolutely. Raiders fans are sick in the head. Absolutely. Like I said, I think that the first thing that needs to come into contact is I saw Bo Nix make the plays. I saw Bo Nix make the plays. I saw wide receivers drop and drop and drop. Vele needs to be fired. I don't know why we have some random rookies right now on the damn wide receiver group right now.
You weren't complaining all year about him. All year
and a bunch of no. I've talked about Cortland Sutton and I said Bo Nix does his thing. It's always been Bo Nix to fix.
Well, you've never been complaining.
And he kept doing it. So as I'm saying, it was literally the wide receivers. I think we need to upgrade there and running back. If I am Denver, we get more cap space from the Russ bull crap that poor Sean Payton had to deal with walking in hobbled already.
Poor guy.
Had to walk in hobbled.
Poor Sean Payton, who disparaged other coaches and didn't give us a chance. Poor guy.
Hold on, was he right? Was he right on both of those things? Absolutely, he was. Yes, he was. No, Nathaniel Hackett's now a bum, probably watching TV now, and Russell Wilson probably might not play another quarter as a starting quarterback ever again. Like I said, Sean Payton just tells the facts. That's all we got to know. As I said,
but he have to disparage people.
Guys, congrats on beating us, because this is the worst we're going to be. We get an extra $32 million in cap space next season from the Russ deal. So we get $32 million back into our pockets. I would use that very wisely. George Patton, bro, if you don't want to get fired, you need to start doing some moves this offseason. Because we have no playmakers other than Cortland Sutton, and he's a B- player. I'm sorry. You have to call a spade a spade. Our offense was piss poor on that. And no running game. Bo Nix is our leading rusher. That's embarrassing.
The whole organization is an embarrassment.
No, we're not Raiders. We're not Las Vegas.
March for Arch, baby. March for Arch.
March for Arch, baby.
You're gonna change
let's talk about this game that just
get to your other team on Tuesday there, buddy. You had a bad weekend, didn't you?
Oh no. Oh, I can't wait for that. If you saw why we lost, I can't wait to clown on that. Don't worry.
We'll talk about it.
That was embarrassing.
Thanks, Champ Ross, for being here. Hey, so the game that just finished, the Green Bay Packers at the Philadelphia Eagles. I think we all picked the Eagles. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if anybody picked. I mean, you might have picked the Packers, Jake. You've been making bad picks.
No, I don't make bad
Jordan
picks.
Love,
You picked the Cowboys.
212 and 3 interceptions, 212 yards for Jordan. He had 33 rushes. Hurts efficient, 13 for 21, 131 yards, 2 touchdowns. Barkley 119 yards today. And I said on the NFC Beast show that I have, I said whichever quarterback throws 20 to 24 times is going to end up winning, and because you want to limit these guys throwing the ball, and you want to rely on your running game with these teams. Your thoughts, Omar, on this game and what happened?
Definitely a bad game for Mr. J Love. Jake's boy over here, the one he's been caping for all year.
Yeah, he's hurt, Omar. What the hell?
Well, he's lamenting.
He's in the game. He's in the game, man. You always say that. If you always say if he's in the game, I don't want to hear no excuses. He's playing.
What?
You always say that.
Stop that.
Whether he's hurt or not, he threw 3 interceptions.
Go ahead, Omar.
He didn't have a great
on this guy.
While both running backs, particularly Josh Jacobs, I love to see him do well, and he has some great runs today. But yeah, I think he had that great run. That thing was awesome.
Yeah, he almost saved him.
He almost did. But again, we all thought the Eagles were going to win this game. I think the Eagles are the better team, like we just talked about with the Bills and the Broncos. They just have a better team overall. I do think the Packers have a bright future lined up in ahead of them. But the Eagles got a team that they've been one of the best teams all year long, and that's why they are bona fide Super Bowl contenders.
All right,
Like I said-
I told Tony Savant that it was a mistake to let Jay get on that Packers bandwagon. Packers lose.
Slow wait till
ugly
they lose
fashion.
to say
Go ahead.
anything. What do the Cowboys do? What's that? Like, come on now.
I'm talking about when you pick other teams.
So what your Cowboys do? I said they were going to
Burrow,
suck
you
this
picked-
year.
you picked
Sure
Burrow
enough, they
too.
did that.
And Burrow didn't do good. Packers are out. Broncos. Everything.
I have the Ravens in the Super Bowl. They're still there.
Okay. In the
Like
beginning
I
of the
said,
season?
Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season. You had the Broncos.
Yes, I
in-
had Broncos versus Ravens in the play and the AFC
And you had the
Championship
Broncos
game.
going. And you had the Broncos going to Super Bowl.
No, I did not. I wasn't thinking that crazy. I said we'd lose an AFC Championship. As I said, though.
Okay.
Look, J Love was hurt. I don't believe he's 100%. I think he played he fought his tail off. In fact, there were reports that he wouldn't have played if this was a regular season game. He did it for his team. I'm proud of him. Also, Christian Watson was already out. That's your deep threat. Now he lost two receivers in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it was literally Josh Jacobs
Now
or go
injuries,
home.
too.
No, I don't. Why are we talking about the bum Cowboys? Let's stop doing that.
Because you
We don't
just
wanna do
did. You
that.
brought it up. I didn't even
Okay,
bring him
stop.
up. You were bringing him
Stop
up.
doing
You
that.
brought him up first.
Stop doing that, Flo.
I
We don't want to
didn't
talk
say
about
nothing
those guys.
about him, and you brought him up first.
You
So
said
it's
about
your fault.
injuries.
It's your
Stop
fault.
that.
That is
Because you brought him up. You brought him
Come
up.
on, man.
You brought him up.
We're talking about trash teams. We're talking about
You
teams
brought
that got
him
no
up.
future.
You're the one that
That's
brought
what
him
I'm
up.
Stop
That's
it,
what I'm
Jay.
saying, though.
It's on you. You brought him up.
Like I said, J Love Live,
But bring
I
your stuff
feel
up. You don't want to talk about
feel
it.
very overconfident for him. I think he will win this division next year. I think this only team makes this team stronger. They
Hey,
know they
I
had
got-
the wrong side of the field.
Nope.
And they had hurt injuries at the wrong time. J Love Live, if he's healthy, he wins this game.
You know what? I have the actual picks, and I sent them out, and you highlighted the Broncos will beat the Ravens and go to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
You
No,
had
I
it.
didn't.
You-
We can go
Yes, you
back
did.
to
I
it.
have it right here.
No,
I got it
we
right
can go
here.
back to that video. We can go back. How about this? I'll go back to the video and tell you that we lost.
Unless you change it at the last minute, you had.
No, I don't want to hear that. Be overconfident, buddy, because I'm going to go back
No,
to the
I'm
video.
not. I'm just showing. I'm just telling you what I have
I'll
on
tell
here
you the
that I
difference between
highlighted.
me and you. When
What
my
I
team
highlighted.
loses in the playoffs, I show up. You don't.
Whatever. I'm here. I've been here every week since we've been out.
No. Look, hey, I'll show
Except
that
when I
video
was sick.
too. He wasn't here last year, Omar, whenever they lost to the Packers.
Last year.
We had Allen on this show instead of him.
I
Allen
was in training. I was in training.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear
I
it.
was
Flo.
MPC.
Gotta show up. Y'all blamed Domo
I was
when
in
he was gone for
California.
3 weeks. Y'all gotta do it too.
I was in training with the military.
You gotta show yourself.
I
Show up via
Is that how you're
phone.
gonna be? Is that how you're gonna be? Okay. I'm just telling you what I'm showing. It says you picked the Broncos.
Hey,
Broncos
Flo,
I'm telling you on the
Ravens.
video what I got.
Well, I'm telling. Okay, you find it, but this is what you put because I highlighted it and I left it exactly the way it was. I haven't messed with it since 9/9/24, last modified 9/9/24. In fact, I'll show it to you right now.
Shady Sports
Look at
Network.
that.
Whatever you do, don't tell Flo that Aaron Rodgers has a injury.
We had a little throwdown about that.
All right. Oh my God, he's
Here we go.
He got you.
So here's what we highlighted. Bronco. It has right here Broncos and Ravens. Right there.
There it does.
And look at the top. Right up here.
Yo, he's making fun of my
9/9/24.
pick. He's
I
making
haven't
fun of my.
modified
Hold on. He's
Wait
making fun
a
of my
minute,
pick.
I
He's
haven't
got the
modified
Dolphins in there. He's got the Dolphins in the AFC.
Wait.
The
Championship.
Dolphins had it. Tua was injured for like 6 weeks.
Wait a second.
He came.
Hold
Hold on. He still controlled his destiny and still lost when he came back.
I
that.
am
Right. After an injury, you gave Jordan Love a pass because he's injured.
So I'm getting killed. Hold on. I'm getting killed for the Broncos making the playoffs and losing in the first round. And he somehow wants to clown on me and say I got bad picks. He had the Dolphins who
I didn't
didn't
say
even
you had
sniff
bad
the
picks.
playoffs.
I'm
Yeah,
not
don't-
even. I didn't
Get
say
outta
you
here.
had bad picks. I'm talking about you said the Bronco. I'm trying to show you.
No. You came at me and said I do bad picks. You said as long as I do bad
I
picks,
said
it's bad.
you've been having bad picks. The last you picked the Green
Hey
Bay.
guys, look at flows real
switch-
quick. Screenshot
switch-
that.
My Ravens
You
are still
switch.
in it.
Look, you have the Packers right here, also going to the AFC Championship.
Look at that. He had Cowboys and
And
Rams.
the and you had Rams and Packers. Neither one of them is going, right?
Damn, I picked the Cowboys? That's horrible. Why did I do that?
Yep.
The Cowboys and the
I'm just telling
Rams.
you. Yep.
Then you had
injuries.
Then you had the
That was
Jets as
injuries.
well. Then you had
That
the
was
Jets as
injuries.
well. What was that one?
I'm just
Was that
showing you
injuries?
that. Okay, so now can you believe the Broncos? You picked the Broncos. You said you weren't that dumb, but I guess you
No.
were.
I'm gonna get on you. No. I'm gonna go back
You
to
just
that
said-
episode.
Why? You can see it right here. I haven't since 9/9. I haven't even updated
I'll
it.
find that episode. Don't worry.
Okay, find it. Oh, bring it up. Make sure you bring it up whether you're wrong or right.
Absolutely.
I know.
Just
you won't
like
bring
I
it up
could
if
tell
you're
by your
wrong.
picks, you were way wrong than me this year.
Oh, okay.
And you know it too. Go look at that. Let's show it on live TV. You were more wrong than me. Bro, hey,
Anything else?
give the Eagles their credit. I think they're going to the championship now.
Okay, let's talk
I
about.
mean, they gotta get healthy.
And
Got
let's
a very
talk, you want to talk about AFC is set? Do you want to talk about that? Or you want to talk about the games coming up?
Let's go ahead and predict the game tonight. And
All right, so the Commanders and the Buccaneers. Monday Night Football coming up here. It's about to start. Go ahead, Omar. What's your thoughts on this game?
I think it's going to be a shootout, high-scoring affair. I probably can think like a 31-28 game. Tampa Bay is 3.5-point favorites here at home with a 51.5-point spread. So yeah, that's pretty much implying like a 27.
I got 3 points.
Yeah. So do I. So I got a 31-28 Buccaneers at home. I think the Commanders are still too early, like their other counterparts in the DMV, the Baltimore Orioles. Just a year too early, maybe a year too early. So I think that Jaden Daniels may even make a rookie mistake tonight that might cost them. But the Buccaneers pull this off at home. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, and they really need Bucky Irving to go off tonight.
Okay. Jake?
Yeah. I'm not a Bucs fan. I can't stand the Bucs. I can't stand Baker Mayfield. So I'd hope the Commanders win this. I'm rooting for them. But if we talk about realness, the Bucs have been here before. I think Vita Vea is a key factor. Here's why. Every time that man's on the field, that defensive tackle, you can't run the ball against him. So now you make the Washington Commanders one-dimensional. And Jaden Daniels in one-dimensional usually kind of has a hard time doing a lot of things. So I think the Bucs are going to benefit having the playoff experience, and then Jaden Daniels has to deal with that whole not being able to have a running game to help him out in the back. So I'm going to go Bucs win this. I think it'll be a still close game. 21-17 Bucs win off of their history. Lucky bones.
Somebody would like to know if you're doing a mukbang right now.
I'm a gangbang.
You're
A gangbang. What?
Wow.
I'm a gangbang. Y'all never had that? I make double and I make chicken together.
I don't know
At
what that
McDonald's?
is. That's not what I was
What?
thinking when you said
I don't
gangbang.
You've never had one of those? I'm a gangbang.
No, but it sounds,
Get a double cheeseburger and then put a McChicken in between it.
I don't like
It's a
the name.
McGangbang.
I do like the sandwich. Sandwich sounds,
I've never heard of it.
sounds delicious.
It's
Yeah, I've never seen a mukbang either, but I hear people are into this thing of watching other people do weird people.
Yeah, I've heard of mukbangs. Yeah, so it's gonna be the rivalry comes back from Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans. We know they dislike each other quite a bit, so we could see some drama there. I was on the fence about this one. I thought the Commanders had a lot of momentum. I know you like to talk about that, Sports Professor, about
Momentum, baby.
momentum, and I thought Commanders had some momentum, but so did the Bucs a little bit. They did have that hiccup against Dallas that they probably should have won or supposed to win that game. So we'll see what happens. I think I like the way they're both gamers, both of these quarterbacks, and as a rookie, Jaden Daniels is really a gamer. I just think, like you said, Omar, there might be a mistake that he makes. I've always said since close to the beginning of the season, I said that make him become a passer and let him get his little runs or whatever he gets. I mean, try to stop him, of course, but don't let the running game and let them be a balanced offense. That's how you beat the Commanders with this quarterback in this offense. I was on the fence, and once my wife picked the Bucs, I had to go with the Bucs because she rarely is wrong about this kind of stuff. So that pushed me over the edge. I was gonna pick the Bucs, but I wasn't sure, and so I went. That took me over the edge when she picked the Bucs. So
Shout out, Patty.
hey, what's up, Elias? That's my son-in-law. What did he say, Jake?
Jake, have a seat. Broncos is poochies.
Oh, good. Have a seat
The
next
Saints
to
are
us, Jake.
trash.
Congratulations. You had one more game in the season.
Congrats. I look forward to our next 3 years than everybody on that list.
That's a good point, though. Yeah, he makes.
Well, the Saints are definitely not going to be looking good anytime soon. They have the March for Arch for them, too.
I think the
Saints
Cowboys
Saints arts in my
will
division.
be better next year. I do.
What?
I think the Cowboys could be better. Could be better next year.
I do, too. If we can stay healthy on defense, we had a lot of injuries on defense. So.
Omar,
And we lost our quarterback.
Omar, next year, secret thing, we play them. We all do.
Oh, really?
We play that.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I know that. I knew that because they play us in
We
Vegas.
play that whole division
Yeah,
next
me and
year.
my dad can go to the game in Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah.
That should be fun. Should be fun next year. All right, I won't be here. I'll be deployed, so I don't know what's going to happen. So y'all might be doing it by yourself. So I will be out of the country.
Where are you going?
For most Poland, most likely, somewhere in that area, somewhere in Europe.
When?
I can't say.
Oh, yeah.
OPSEC. Yeah.
Right. My bad.
But yeah, it'll be in the next few months, roughly.
What, for like
Between tomorrow and the next few months.
extended period of time or a short vacation? Would you say?
Oh no, it'll be I'll be there till at least next Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow.
Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll see how that works. If you guys want to carry on, and I'll try and tap in, or we can adjust the hours, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, all right. So that's that. I think like we're all picking the Bucks on that one. Then the big game. And here's the thing, guys. The Vikings are playing the Rams, and the Rams are actually just like the Texans are underdogs at home. It looks like. So I guess I was gonna say that we haven't had any upsets, but I guess the Houston Texans was an upset because usually there's more than one upset. There's only been one quote unquote upset, with the Texans being underdogs here, but the Rams here are underdogs against the Vikings at home. Probably deservedly so since the Vikings have a 14-3 record. I think Darnold may have gone full pumpkin mode, so I don't know what happens. I feel like the Rams did a good job by resting and not worrying about who they played and just resting their guys, make sure everybody was healthy. Your thoughts on this game and your pick, Professor?
Yeah, as you mentioned, Minnesota is a 2.5 point favorite on the road with a 47.5 point spread. I agree with the line. I think that the Rams did a good job battling back all season long with all the injuries they had, and to even be able to be in this position after making the playoffs and a 10-7 record is a good look for them, right? We must commend them for being able to battle through. Sean McVay kept that team together. Minnesota's the better team. Just flat out, Minnesota's the better team. We did see Darnold shade back his pumpkin days a little bit last week in that no to the Lions. So do we see that again? Does that extend? I think it could. I really do. And normally I would choose the Rams in this sort of game because I would think that Darnold would go full pumpkin mode. But I don't know. I think that he fits Kevin O'Connell's offense very well. I think that if he is going to go full pumpkin mode, it won't be against the Rams. It'll have to be against a tougher team. So I am going to take the Vikings in a close field goal game here. I will say 24-21 or something like that.
Okay.
Maybe a little high.
Well, earlier in the week, I was citing Rams, heavy Rams. And then towards the middle of the week, end of the week, especially because now I feel the Rams are going to be playing a road game. Also, quick shout out, prayers up to everybody in LA, all dealing with that. Sorry about that, guys. But because of that, now you move the game all the way to Arizona. Yeah. And I know one thing: the Midwest always travels. And now they even have faster ways to travel. They're even closer to travel. Yeah, so exactly. I think this is going to be a Vikings home game, in my opinion now. I really do.
Where's it getting played at? Where's it played at?
Glendale, Arizona.
And played Arizona. Okay. Well, that's not far for the Rams.
Yeah, I know, but Los Angeles already has a bad time even getting. Every time I see them, the opposite team usually has more people than they do. So now you're making it worse.
They're playing at a division rival, so they might even be like thinking about how they're like playing the Cardinals or something.
The Cardinals are going to say, "Oh no, we're going to root against them. We'll be yelling at them instead."
Maybe. Who knows?
I'm thinking it'll be a road game. I was going to say Rams. I think, however, because of that, I think Kevin O'Connell is going to come out with a good game plan. I think they do have the better players. That's the thing is I think you can only outcoach one game. I think you can't outcoach game after game after game. And I think that's all Sean McVay has done. I don't think this Rams team is ready yet. I think it's an upset in this way. Vikings will win this game close, 27-23. And I hope the Rams win because the Rams would look better. I think the Rams could go farther because I think the Vikings are out next round. But Vikings win 27-23.
Yeah, I went back and forth on this one too, just because of the way Donald. Part of me says, hey, they showed you how to beat the Vikings. The Lions did, somewhat undermanned on defense, and they showed you how to make Donald dance around and tap dance back there a little bit, and you'll make him rush his throws and that kind of thing. I think that's the formula for the Rams to beat them. Get pressure on him, even if you have single coverage. He's not good at when he gets a lot of pressure, especially early on. I think if they get early pressure on Donald, the same thing's going to happen. He's going to make similar mistakes and throw it similarly. He was throwing high a lot. He was throwing a little too high in many of those throws. And I mean, it kind of showed. So I figure like Sean McVay's a good coach. I figure he's going to kind of go by that game plan. And I think that resting those players did some good for that team to get healthy, get completely healthy. I think Puka Nacua is going to have a big game. I think Kupp's going to make some big patches. And I think Kyron Williams, he's going to have a pretty good game. They're going to try and run the ball because that defense is solid. Brian Flores has that defense playing well, even though they didn't show it as much against the Lions. Of course, they fell behind, so it got really tough for them. This is going to be a close game. I agree. I went back and forth. I'm going to go with the Rams. They're going to pull this out in a close one. It's going to be kind of an ugly one. They've had a few ugly ones. They had a shootout against the Bills a few weeks ago, too. I don't think this will be an offensive explosion, but it could be. I mean, it's one of those where I feel it could be like this high-scoring game or this low-scoring kind of ugly game, and I'm not sure which it'll be. But I'm going to say it's a 6-point game by the Rams. I'm going to go lower. You know what? I'm going to go higher. I'm going to say give up a few points, and then Donald will make some mistakes late. Let's just say 30-27 Rams or 30-23 Rams will win this game. So, and my wife helped me pick this one as well because she's gotten every one of these right. And I think she's going to get the Bucks right. And so she always gets one wrong. So I'm going to assume this is the one that she gets wrong. And,
hey, Patty, next time you should just come on and sub in for your husband because apparently he's only taking your advice today.
I'm going against her today, so I'm going against them. Oh, look, Vikings are winning. Oh, okay. So it could be right. I mean, she always gets at least one wrong, so she's never got a. Well, she might have had one time.
I'll be sleeping on the couch tonight, sucker.
I always sleep on the couch. All right, so here we go. All right, so yeah, those are our picks. Let us know what you think. Now she's laughing at me. I think we both hit at the same time, I think, Omar. But appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. Appreciate all you comments, everybody going on in the comments. Appreciate everybody. Hey, do you want to talk about the AFC matchups a little bit? We don't have to make our predictions, but it's already set. The AFC set.
Why don't we just wait till Tuesday since the game's already on?
Okay, the game is on. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm just saying. I mean, people probably gonna.
Yeah. I mean, well, the matchups are. Let's see what the matchups are.
Yeah, we can at least list them out.
Okay,
well, let's Texans and then Ravens, Bills.
Okay. Yeah, so we got Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs, Texans, Ravens, Bills. Right now, you don't have to make a call, but let's say what you're leaning right now: Chiefs, Texans.
Oh,
what are you leaning right now?
Yeah, we all know this.
I mean, I don't know. The Texans look pretty solid. They surprised me, actually.
Yeah, but they surprised
everybody,
and that was against a lesser team than the Chiefs.
Okay, that's fair. So you're leaning Chiefs. How about on the Buffs? That should be a really good game. The Buffalo Bills and the Ravens. They're going to Buffalo. Kind of your leanings, your first impressions on this game.
MVP versus MVP. It's going to be an amazing game. I actually have the Ravens, as you saw in my picks, going to the Super Bowl, so that's why I'm saying
you're sticking with them. Yeah, I think I like the Bills too. I don't know. I liked what the Ravens did personally, so that kind of swayed me a little bit because they really ran the ball heavy, and I like that. I think that's their recipe for success in the playoffs. If they continue with that recipe, then I'm leaning Ravens right now. If the Ravens continue to lean on Henry and even lean on Lamar Jackson running, I like that he was running more. I think that's part of the game plan to win in the playoffs. And maybe if they continue that, I think that this could be a game where they can pull it out.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Oh, let's put any final thoughts, fellas?
Make sure y'all join the Bottom Line Sports. That's the Bottom Line Sports. We will be on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern.
This is the Sunday Surge. Go check out Ball and Buds over there with Omar, Ball and Buds Entertainment. Check out the Final Say podcast with my take Jake and his buddies over there on YouTube. Appreciate everybody commenting, liking, subscribing.
Quick shout out to my wife. She got the whole play-by-play of I don't know if you saw it on Facebook yet. Whole play-by-play of first quarter to fourth quarter of me watching the Bronco game. So you could see.
She got play-by-play of you?
Good.
Yeah.
So I can watch your heartbreak in live time. Oh, that's great.
Oh, where is that at? I need to watch that.
It's on Facebook. It's on Facebook. She put it out
Facebook?
there.
Oh, go watch that, everybody. That's got to be good.
Amazing.
I've seen him live, so it's pretty entertaining. I've seen him do games live. Go check that out.
Those cheers are delicious. Go Raiders! Raiders rule.
March for Arch. Raiders on the March for Arch.
They're gonna get Gardner Minshew again.
We're moving for Gruden, baby. Moving for Gruden.
We got the moving for Gruden, the March for Arch.
Come back, Stucky.
Hey, Omar, I hate to tell you this, you're not gonna get both. You're gonna get one or the other. I don't think you're gonna get both.
I think we get both. I think we definitely get both.
Hey, real quick, Omar, how do you feel about being out of the sweepstakes for? I heard that the Jets, they're gonna end up grabbing Mike Vrabel, and y'all were trying to get him. Tom Brady was trying to get him for y'all.
Vrabel signed with the Patriots.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Are y'all a little down now? Because Brady was trying to talk to him.
I didn't want Vrabel as a coach anyway, so I wasn't too worried about that. I think whoever they'll go with will be fine. I really do hope it's Gruden. I don't think it is, but they are saying Ben Johnson is.
Ben Johnson would be good.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'll go there.
Hey, they are saying that because Tom Brady is the owner, he is getting these coaches from.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Wow, so now you love Tom Brady. Now you love Tom Brady.
Tom Shady will always be one of the worst people in my heart.
But what if he gets you Ben Johnson?
For good business. I am a businessman too, so I'm an entrepreneur.
Oh, okay.
I can respect good business practices.
All right. We'll see you next time on Online Sports. Go check us out Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Thanks so much for joining us, and until next time, let's talk sport, friends. Thanks for watching.